Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to ZombPocalypse podcast. Now, today I am not going to be talking about zombies. I'm going to be talking about my experience with 4th of July, since 4th of July is around the corner. Woohoo! 4th of July! The day we gained our independence. The day we defeated the Brits in 1776. I am proud to be American. I am proud to live in a free country. And absolutely love being in the United States. I think this country is beautiful, and I think it's just a wonderful country, but there's always ups and downs with this, but I'm not going to get into that. I am going to talk about some stories that I had during 4th of July. A lot of my memories, every time I think about 4th of July, I think of a lot of great things. When I was growing up, I lit off a whole bunch of fireworks, and I also started dating my wife. Our anniversary is on the 4th of July. Now, since we're married, we have a family birthday. She came up with that idea. Thanks to TikTok, after we got married, we thought to ourselves, what are we going to do on the 4th of July? Because since we got together, we started dating, officially dating on 4th of July, and we both decided we'll figure it out when the time comes. And she watches like family YouTubers, family bloggers. And one of the couples on there, on their anniversary, when they got together, they said they have their family birthday, because that's when everything started, when their family started, is on that day. Because without them, they won't have the family today. You know, it's like when my wife and I got together on 4th of July, I had a son beforehand, and she accepted me and my son, and accepted my son as one of her own. But my wife, she is definitely steps up and definitely a good role model for my son. And he turns to her quite a lot, more than he turns to me. Honestly. Anything that he wants, I'll be in the same fucking room, and he will go to my wife instead. So I think it's kind of funny, but that's not the topic for today. I am just going based off some memories I have, and pretty much the best times I had while I was growing up. When I was a kid, I'd based on 4th of July. So I want to hear your stories on your experience with 4th of July. I want to hear your stories like blowing shit up, or just having a family get together, shooting off fireworks, or even going to your town's get together, or going to get together and watching your town set off fireworks. So while I was growing up, I lived in Vesper, which is all the boondocks. I lived on the country basically 90% of my life. I absolutely love living on the country, and I love living out there. Of course, the downfall is with Wisconsin weather, we get snowed in quite a lot, because the plows hit our streets at the very last. We're the very last thought of getting plowed. So by the time our roads get plowed, it'd be close to like early afternoon. Then we'll be able to plow it out. And unfortunately, we had to buy trucks. So for my mom, she didn't have a truck. It was my stepdad and myself. I had a truck. It was an old 90 Dakota. And it wasn't 4-wheel drive. I just threw fucking sandbags in the back of that truck so way down the wheels. So that was my 4-wheel drive right there. But anyway, so that's besides the point. I'm just going off a random tangent right there. I'm sorry, everyone. But so I remember every single year we had a party out at my mom's and my stepdad's place every single year. I invite some friends, and sometimes some of them do come, some of them don't, which is fine. Also, we have family come over, my step family, and so we have like a big party. We have a shit ton of fireworks, and they bring their own big fireworks. I mean, big fucking fireworks that is illegal in town, but if you're out in the country, the cops don't really give a flying fuck, because if you're responsible enough, they'll leave you alone. So with that being said, as I was growing up, my buddy, his name was Jesse and I always had like bottle rockets shooting off from bottles, beer bottles, and fucking throwing bottle rockets to the water, and it was just like you see they go in the water and explode. And my cousins just fucking throwing bottle rockets all over the place and just fucking having a good old time. We have a big old cookout, and it's just amazing. Just that's probably one of the best memories I can think of while growing up. It's just having fucking fireworks and shit. We didn't do anything stupid like shoot them at each other or anything, and I don't recommend you doing that, because I will never do such a thing. By my house, we had a little creek. We would just go down and just shoot off fireworks and stuff. I think one of the dumbest things as we were kids, we just shoot fucking firecrackers at crawfish or crayfish, and we try to catch crawfish or crayfish, and it was just, I think it was stupid, because we were killing like fucking animals just for no apparent reason, but we expect when we're kids. So now I think about it, I was like, man, that we were fucking stupid. But I mean, it's like people say, oh, it's just crayfish, or it's just, you can eat them, but we didn't eat them. No, we just were shooting at them and shit like that. But overall, that didn't. Overall, we didn't do that too much more often. As we grew up, we just fucking just sat around and just had fun and eating shit. And the cool thing is, I was a designated person who lighted up fireworks and shit. So, my buddy Jesse and I were lighting up fireworks. I had a little thing going on. I was like, hey, let's light this big one off. Let's shoot off these fireworks. We had like a little plan to happen, to have like our own little fireworks show. So yeah, that was a shit ton of fun of doing. I had a lot of fun doing that type of shit. Overall, I mean, one thing I just keep on thinking about is just at the end of the night, we always had like a big old bonfire and just fucking burn all the fireworks and stuff like that. We always made sure that everything was all set off. At the end of the night, we had a flashlight to make sure everything's been set off, because fireworks safety number one. Make sure, if after you light everything off, to make sure that everything has been lit. If not, just fucking douse it with fucking water and just throw that shit out. That's all you got to do. Has any incidents happened to me? No. I mean, of course, had some burnt fingers from lighting off the fucking fireworks from wicks, but that's about it. Or like when they're shooting off from your hand. Oh god, I totally forgot about that now. I used to freaking have launch ball rockets from my hand. Never ever do that, because I had so many fucking burns on my hands, man. It was bad. Fucking yeah, I just had fucking lit fireworks and just launch off from my hand. So yeah, that was stupid. Anything else that pops in my head, just about growing up. After I moved out, I really never really celebrated 4th of July. I mean, I tried to visit my parents during 4th of July, but I really not celebrate it. I just fell off of it, and I just didn't really care. I thought 4th of July is just another fucking year to me, so... So yeah, I just never really celebrated until when I met my wife. She loves 4th of July. She will tell you a whole bunch of stories how much she loves 4th of July, how she lit up fireworks with her uncle and shit like that, and just how their family and my family are basically kind of the same as growing up, just lighting up fireworks, having a good old fucking time, having a little fire and shit afterwards. And they watch the fireworks in town, watching them light off. So now, when I first started dating my wife, I knew 4th of July was the best holiday for her. So I decided to ask her to go out with me on 4th of July, because I knew how much it meant to her, and I just want to make it something more special. So make that holiday a little more special for the both of us, because I basically, both of our everything, our past combined into one. So both of us are kind of like the same. How we love the 4th of July, and how we love like fucking just lighting off fireworks and shit. So after that, every year we try to... Our town has a thing called the Rendezvous. So we go to that every single year. And so we just go there, hang out all day at the Rendezvous, and just listen to music, eat food, and just have a good old time. Now having kids, we do the same thing with our kids. We buy some tickets so they can jump on jump on these like not balloon rides, but these little air things they can play on and jump around and shit like that, and just have a grand old time and on rides and shit, and just hang out and just enjoy ourselves all fucking day ordeal, just all day. And at the night we just watch the fireworks go off and shit like that. It's really fun. I think it's a really good time that we do it every single year. This upcoming year, we decided to go camping, which I'm really excited for, to go camping. And I think a couple of years ago we went camping, and we just fucking had a good old time just going there, just roast some marshmallows and just fucking go camping and shit like that. Go to a campsite, just go swimming and shit like that. It was so fun. We're definitely going doing that this year, so... Yeah, I mean, it's... God, I just love 4th of July. I love lighting up fireworks and shit. So, I think 4th of July is pretty special for me. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm thinking of how we will celebrate the 4th of July. So, I decided to take the question to Reddit. How would you celebrate 4th of July during the zombie apocalypse?
Hello. Hi. This is me. On July 1st, 2024. It's currently 7 a.m. And the other day, yesterday, I got finished recording this episode. And it was approximately over an hour long. And after I got done recording, I was editing it. I have no fucking idea what I've done. While I was editing my episode, I hit the loop button on one of my tools when I hit the track to split it. And I actually hit loop. I thought that the track was going to be looping consistently. So, I hit the undo button, not knowing that it was going to erase over 45 fucking minutes of recording. When I was recording the first part where you guys just got done listening to, it was gone. Every single fucking thing was gone. I'm so mad. Where the fuck did it go? I don't know what the fuck I did. So now I have to reread every single fucking thing. Help me. I guess that's part of being a podcaster. You run into troubles like this. But it's okay though. I'll reread every single thing and try to have the same reaction as I have before. So if I don't have the same reaction while reading it as before, which I know you guys don't know what it is because I don't even fucking remember what my reactions are, please forgive me. Because I really want to do this 4th of July special. Because 4th of July means so much to me. And I want to post something on 4th of July. And when this episode drops, I will be on vacation with my family. So without further ado, I am going to be reading off from Zombie Survival Tactics. And I hope you guys have a safe 4th. Alright, here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is from Zombie Survival Tactics. How would you use a firework as a weapon, I asked. I know in the beginning I asked the question. And I know I said in the post that I'm not going to put zombies in it, but hey, what would a zombie survival guide, well, I don't know if we call this type of podcast, zombie survival guide? Zombie survival? Or just a zombie podcast? But you know what? How would it be anything good if, since it's a zombie podcast, I need to add some zombies in it. Why not? You know, you heard my little bit of my personal story. I think we're gonna call it Down by the Fire Pit or Fire Pit Stories. Fire Pit Stories? Or Campfire Stories. No, we're not. I'm not at a campfire. I mean, if you think about it, kind of am. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call it the Campfire Stories. Well, I don't add zombies. I just go my personal life. Like life updates and shit. Yeah. Zombie Book Club has got Casual Dead. And I'm going to have Fire Pit Stories. Or Campfire Stories. Yeah, I'm going to have a Campfire Stories. I'm going to call it Campfire Stories. Anyways, that's besides the point. I asked the question, how would you use a firework as a weapon? I've seen this in games and movies. People use fireworks as a weapon or a distraction for zombies. I would like to know, how would you use fireworks as a weapon? Alright, let's go with the first comment, shall we? The only way a firework will make a good weapon is repurpose the gunpowder for a black powder rifle or pipe bomb. And a person replied, "Are you sure, bro?" They said, "Yeah, because fireworks don't have much oomph to them. I had only of the giant multiple shot things fall over and shoot directly at me, and all it did was leave a bruise with a little bit of burning, but that was it for a giant explosion and fireball. That's why I think it would be better to take the gunpowder and repurpose it into something that actually could do some damage." Huh. You know, that's what was kind of like an answer I was kind of looking for, but you know, if you know how to repurpose the gunpowder to make it into something bigger, fuck yeah, use it, man. So, yeah. So, next few, a lot of them are saying that they use it for distraction. So if I'm repeating myself, I am sorry, but like I said, a lot of people are be using it for distraction. So like this person would say they wouldn't. They cause too much noise and would do much damage. Might work as distraction and run away, but I tried to use them. Otherwise, is asking to die. You know, that's honestly is a good way. I mean, it's a good way to use them as a distraction. But the previous person said, that be able to use it as a repurposed black powder. Another person says remote trigger quarter mile away, so I can make an escape if needed. So they'll use that as a distraction. Another person says use it as a distraction. Another person says right here, take one really long fuse, set it up off the beam path, at least my beam path. If zombies have started gathering on routes, I like to take and find one nearby, light it, and get the fuck out of there. Okay, another person will use it as a distraction to get off their path, to distract the zombies to veer to a different path. Another person says, pit trap with remote detonator, use fireworks to lure more zombies into the pit. Now, I said in my last previous recording, why don't we try together? Of course, the Grand Canyon is way the fuck away, long way from where I live. So, if the Grand Canyon is decently close to you, why not use the Grand Canyon and have the horde zombies just into the Grand Canyon and set something and throw a whole bunch of bombs and shit in there and just blow the fuck out of them or set them on fire, and there you go. But like I said, the Grand Canyon is far away. Depends where you live. It's super far away from me. But making a moat, dig something really fucking deep, set up some fireworks in there, so they'd be hear the noise and they get distracted and get into that trap, and just fucking kill every single one of them. So yeah, I like the idea. Use it. Technically, you're using it as the firework as a weapon, because using it as part of a trap. So there you go. You're using that as a fucking weapon. Awesome. Another person says, as a distraction is quite easy, just set up some fireworks, add a long fuse or remote trigger, and get the fuck out of there. Zombies will storm towards the place in mass once the show begins. As a weapon, it's a lot more difficult. You could make a firework launcher, though. It'll be incredibly accurate and do little damage to zombies. It'll probably be best used as a long-distance weapon to set fire to enemy camps or just anything at once. Again, distract zombies. At least, if you burn down a block or farm, most zombies will burn up with it. Alternatively, build a nuke. Get a whole bunch of fireworks and other explosives and put them in a box. Set up some kind of firework trigger system that sets up the box ablaze. Scale the bomb, and you can do some serious damage and anyone within reach. They're used for humans rather than zombies, but should be enough to kill a handful. Perfect. Another person says, just get gasoline and shit like that, wrap it up, light it up, throw it at zombies, a poof. Use it like a Molotov cocktail, I guess. But to the previous comment, I know I haven't really touched base with it. The previous comment, yeah, I guess you're using fireworks as a weapon, but if you somehow get into the camp and use the zombies as a weapon, at least get somewhere close by their camp and just set them off. Yeah, perfect. Just set off a whole bunch of fucking fireworks, and hopefully the zombies will hear the noise and get distracted and get to that camp you're attacking. Set up fireworks at arrival from camp. I just touch base with this, but I'm going to read the last part of this comment. The last thing you do, will work as a firework, as a weapon. Yep, just more tactical, new kind of weapon. Hell yeah. I'm going to read this comment. I'm going to read off how I see the emojis. Kick over a dozen drums of gasoline in the path of an incoming horde. Run like hell for a tall building nearby as the horde is crossing the gas slick fire. Fireworks. Oh my gosh. Kick over a dozen drums of gasoline in the path of an incoming horde. Run like hell for a tall building nearby as the horde is crossing the gas slick fire. The fireworks at them. Drum plus fireworks equals boom, pow, zombie fire, zombie fire, zombie fire, zombie fire equals dead, dead, dead. Another person said they want to do it. Fuck it. No, they won't do it. Another person says here, the only way they could kill a zombie with a firework, and if we're talking a firework with a good amount of wallop to kill it, the only way you could really kill a zombie with a firework, and we're talking about a firework with a good bit of wallop to it, I will jam into a zombie's mouth and line it off, and of course, running like fuck. Yeah, why the hell not? Shove it in his mouth. Death. Never use them. Too loud will bring unwanted attention. And if you use it against zombies, prepare to die. Man, use it as a distraction. Make it into a fucking... Put in a pit. Light it off. Boom. Done. Another person says, use to start buildings on fire. I mean, if it catches, yeah, sure. Have fun. Yes. I use mortars for distraction on enemy bases. Aim so they will explode in on their camp. Some firecrackers or other stuff will be a quick escape from a horde zombie. From a zombie horde. Yeah. I mean, you can use firecrackers. If you run away from a horde, light up the fire, like a long thing of firecrackers. Throw in the opposite direction and they'll go off. Pretty much, another person said, honestly, I will use it to redirect the swarm if I'm hiding in an area where I can launch the fireworks somewhere far enough for me to escape. However, I will use it as a part of makeshift pipe bomb if I'm able to get my hands in some cans, alcohol, and some cloth. Fill a huge canister up with gas to fill up on later. Leak around the gas station. Lure a horde of zombies up in there. Light off a few bottle rockets. Once they gather up, huge explosion. Fuck yeah. Why the fuck not? Hell yeah. I would like to be there with a bowl of popcorn and watch a different type of fireworks show. Watching shit explode. Hell yeah. Will you join me, my fellow survivors? Just sit there with me. Watch you go bing, pow, boom. Done. Next one is we're going under zombies. You can find their Reddit page at r/zombies on Reddit. They're a great community. I will definitely recommend you go into them. I'm active in there, and honestly, they have ever since recently, a lot more people are starting to be more interactive. So if you join that community, make sure that I sent you. I want to see, it's like, hey, ZombPocalypse has sent me over this page. Hi, what's up? Let's kill some zombies. Let's survive this shit. So I said, how will you use the fireworks during the zombie apocalypse? 4th of July is piston distance away. I would like to know how we use a firework as a weapon. Same question. Another person says, distraction for escape. Land of the Dead. They're basically Land of the Dead. They use that as a they didn't call it fireworks, they call it sky flower. Another person says, fire them off of my riverboat to attract the horde, then play Freebird on my Aunt Kadar like I was a rock god. Fuck yeah, dude, I'll be there for the show. I would love to see that. Next person says, as a distraction, placing lit cigarette without a filter onto a firework will delay the fireworks exploding for 5 to 10 minutes, allowing you to move away from them or giving you some time to scavenge before they go off. This person says, that used to be true, but most modern day cigarettes will exhaust themselves if left unattended. And the person replied, yeah, the fire safe shit they put in them really fucked with the flavor too. I breathe so much better now, anyways, worth it. I used to be a smoker too. I quit 7 years ago. I recommend whoever is smoking, please quit. I mean, I get it. Smoking is very addictive. My uncle smoked like 2 packs a day and he recently quit. And he smoked for like a very long time. I think like 30 years or something like that. I was a smoker for 15 years. I gained weight because of it. And it's really hard for me to lose the weight. But you know what? I guarantee if you work harder than I have, because I'm kind of a lazy piece of shit. But my goal is for next year, I'm going to start working out. I need to for my kids. I want to be on this planet longer. I do. I want to be on this planet. I want to see them get married. I want to see them have grandkids. I want to have grandkids. I want to see them watch. I want them to watch grow up. And I want to live longer than my grandpa has. So I want to be there for my kids. So yeah. Anyways, that's a little side tangent right there, ladies and gentlemen. Another person says right here, distraction diversion. If they move towards the sounds, place them outside town you're intending to scavenge the opposite direction of your base next intended destination. 1. Guy in a motorcycle circles the town in the opposite direction. Set of 1 or 2. Wait for some time for the start of the gathering. Drive 2 kilometers down the road and set another 1 or 2. Rinse and repeat a few times over a few hours. Then the main horde from the town rinse and repeat a few times over a few hours, and the main horde from the town will be several kilometers away. Scavenge town in a relative place, and zombies that are trapped and locked in houses and rooms. I'm guessing that they want to get all the zombies out of that one particular town, get them out of there. I think that's a really good idea to do. I mean, of course, like they said, there's going to be a few zombies and places and shit. They're going to be locked up and they're going to be stuck and shit like that. So, yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So, the rest of the comments is basically saying that what they'll do is like use that as distraction, take them out of town so they can scavenge and shit. And also, they also would build traps and use the zombies against other people and shit like that, like the rival gang or whatever. Honestly, I think it's a good idea. So fireworks are mainly good for fucking as a distraction. And I've seen a lot of places that they can honestly use it as a good distraction. So honestly, I think it's good for a distraction. So ladies and gentlemen, use fireworks as a distraction. Like I said before, build a pit, shit like that. Have it. Set a firework in there, get the fuck out, light it up. There you go. I know a person said use it as for bombs, for pipe bombs and shit like that. Do what you gotta do. You know, you guys are smart out there. I really appreciate. I mean, this episode got cut in freaking half. I was hoping to have an hour episode, but it's all good though. I'm not saying I didn't talk more. I'm just saying I read every single comment, and basically it's repeating itself over and over again. I'm just basically repeating myself, so it's all good though. I hope you guys have a wonderful 4th of July, and be safe out there, you guys. Don't blow your fucking hands off. Don't drink and drive. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Happy 4th of July if you're celebrating, and I'll see you guys later. Happy 4th of July from the ZombPocalypse podcast. Have a beautiful 4th. Stay safe out there. Kill some fucking zombies. Plant a trap and let them go into the trap so you can kill them, burn them, shoot them in the head. Have a good one, guys. Bye. Happy 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. See ya.